Hello, everybody. Sorry, cookie in my mouth. One sec. It did not swallow as quickly as I thought it would. I still think this is probably my favorite Final Fantasy XIV opening track. Like, I really like them all, but this is the one that always gives me chills. Good morning, Jet. How are you? Hello, Thune. Hello, Eventide. Welcome in, everybody. Do the thing with the socials. I knew I was forgetting something. But I always forget the social stuff now. I thought about setting it up so it automatically did it, but I don't know. I think if I had a Discord, I would do that. Yeah. I mean, I don't have like a Discord for me. Like, there is no Fruity. Well, okay. Technically, there is a Fruity Snacks Discord, but it's currently what I've been using, or what I used for beta testing Fisher challenges. And I've been thinking about kind of cleaning it up and then making it like the community, like the Fruity Snacks community stream Discord thing, but I just don't have the energy in me right now to manage a third, fourth community or something like that. So I haven't done that yet, but it is on my list of things to investigate doing, I guess. And then that's probably what I would be like, all right, let's set up a Discord bot and be like, oh, Fruity's live. What mischief? Miss Fish is he up to now? It is cold in Ishgard, yeah. No, I probably should have put on a coat if I'm listening to Heaven's Ward. Okay. Fish Chief. That's it. I'm gonna have to. I'll have to do that. What fish chief are we up to tonight? Which is actually a really good question. So tonight, I'll just let ads rolling. That's fine. I'll get to that in a minute. I do need to see what's up tonight because I know Sidereal Whale is up. I am not getting to the snowy or to the Stephacanthus window. Purse of Riches. Actually, probably the better way of putting it is patch 7.5 is in 21 days. I can tell you that specifically because that's when the next Purse of Riches window is. I thought we'd do some fishing tonight because I was traveling to see family this weekend. I've been working on my Mog Tomes. I already have the 100 Mog Tome thing, and I'll probably grab the next one. I say next one, I don't even know what I mean next. Apparently there's a ton of minions and stuff I don't have yet. But if you do hear any noise in the background, please do not be alarmed. We also have the Artemis NASA stream up on our TV. So, if you hear any noise about that, that's what it is. Hee. You can't see this, but Bruni literally just showed up. And I see Bruni show up, and I immediately hit sprint and run. Oh no. I have advantage here because I don't have sprint, and we both have jog. But no, I did not buy the bucket because I had already caught it. Streams. So, what are we doing tonight? A lot of fishing, a lot of Mahjong, a lot of whatever I feel like doing tonight. I kind of want to just do a little bit of a variety. I didn't want to be themed because we've been doing that a lot recently. And, like right now, I'm just running from Bruni, which is a feign, a thing that just will not be able to happen because I am streaming my location. There we go. Now I can just follow. There we go. There you go. Now you can. Where are you? Oh, I guess. Do we have to? You can trade in the air. Right? Can't you? Yeah, you can trade in the air. If I start doing this, you won't be able to. Oh, that's... You can trade at such a far distance. The moon is getting bigger. And a little Earth. Yeah, in like 5 minutes. Yeah. All right. So anyways, we're going to do a little bit of everything tonight. I think tonight, though, I am going to start with a game of Mahjong. We're just going to get queued for that. I am going to... nope, stop. I'm queued for Eden's Promise in there. I don't need Eden's Promise. My friend started the game a few months ago. They finally made it to Endwalker, and so we were doing all of the new Eden raids. They have been enjoying it, from what I can tell, because a lot of people usually ask that. But they've been enjoying. They have been enjoying 14. We started doing Eureka. When we started, I had not left Pecos. I am now in... No, Animos? What's the first one? Animos. And then I unlocked Pecos, but they are not yet there. So that's one of the things we'll work on, and then I think Baja too we might do and just see which one we like more. Alright. Animos, Pecos, Pyros, and Hydatos. I keep wanting to say Hydatos is the first one, but I think that's just the fact that I always have like fish and water on the brain. Let me turn Philip to... We're up against Rick G, the perfect legend. But we'll do this, and then maybe we'll consider... Well, no, I want to be at the 8 o'clock. I want to be at the 8 o'clock. Thank you. I want to be at the 8 o'clock ocean fishing boat, which is in a little over an hour. So we'll see what we do. Because Sidereal Whale's up at 8:10. I have an alt that needs Sidereal Whale, but I don't feel like going for it right now. I could go back to the Oceania. Well, the Oceania alt would be fine as well. You know, if I had noticed that, I would have just gone back over to that alt, and instead of doing Mahjong, gone for a Zur Diver and Ukvulo's Barter. That's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to drop. I need a 3. And then I have no Yaku. Unless I can get a 4, then I would drop the 1, and then I would be all simples. That's, you know, tempting. Yeah. You and your Gen Z humor. Oh, Max Tutorial Great Card's up in 4 minutes as well. I should have gone fishing instead of playing Mahjong, but that's a mistake on my end. So we'll do ocean fishing at 8 for sure. That's again in about an hour 15 for me. Maybe we'll sneak the next Moxitural Great Gar window in. Because that's in an hour. So that's at 7:58. We could do the Moxitural Great Gar window. We already have Sleep. Oh, there's my 3. We have 1 novice still. No, You look like you are almost certainly building simples. I can call Chi here, drop the 6. And then basic.
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
That's mixed triple chai.
There it is.
4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. That's at least a bonus Han plus Adora. That's gonna be a good hand. Yeah.
You certainly made your mark this round. Keep it up.
Yeah, maybe after this we'll jump over to my other fishing character. Well, one of my other fishing characters, and we'll just hit up some of the big fish that are going to be coming up here. We'll see what the timing is, because I'm going to miss the Moxitural Great Gar window. Some early announcements, and I'll probably say this a few times throughout the night. On Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, April, I think 9th? Yes. This upcoming Thursday, April 9th, I will be hosting another Learn to Big Fish fish train. So for those of you who want to have a reason to go for big fish, or have questions about big fishing, or just want to get started with big fishing in general, I will have a train up. I will have a train schedule out for that probably tomorrow or Wednesday. I haven't decided on if I wanted to do a little bit more of the Stormblood early Shadowbringers fish, or if I want to do all of Aromaborn and into Shadowbringers. That one's I'm not too sure on that one just yet. But we're figuring that one out. I will also say that I really like the Learn to Big Fish fish trains, because it is helping me get a lot of more guide coverage. It's giving me motivation to write text guides, which is important. Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do not need any of those, except that's going to be a way better hand than a 1 and a 2. So yeah, we'll be on lookout for that. I also keep meaning to hit an Heirloom Gold Grouper window, and the next one I can't hit is until May 7th. Because Heirloom starts one of its long downtimes after this upcoming Friday's 4 a.m. window. And then it goes down for 27 days. I didn't realize that until now. had 3 threes. Oh, that's great. That's really good. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So ideally,
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
if I get a 6 dot. Oh, no. That's sad. That's also sad. I don't have a Yaku for any of these. Unless it's Pinfu. It would be Pinfu, I think. I think that's Pinfu. We're gonna find out. Because I'm ending on a 6-7 weight. I believe that gives me a Yaku of just Pinfu. Oh wait, no, we're good. We're good. I forgot about. I panicked because I saw the 777s and then I realized that it's a 789. Nine times have been used. So I am in for a 10. Okay, that's a bummer. Ah, yuck. That was not Pinfu. Then what is Pinfu? I thought I understood Pinfu. See. Oh, a closed.
Scoundrel.
Okay, so I had Pinfu correct. It has to be only closed though. Yeah. That's fine. I know the Yakus. I just have to remember which. Like I just have to remember open closed. That's the thing that I'm working on now, is trying to just remember like what works open, what works closed. I just think like as I'm like learning more Mahjong stuff, that's what that's kind of like the next thing that I want to work on, is trying to memorize all these Yaku, because once I know how the Yakus come and go, I feel like I would be able to have a much better time with being able to build hands. Like in that case, like that was like a really rough starting hand, and I had like a lot of weights. I don't think it was going to go well. If I had remembered that it was closed, I probably wouldn't have done what I did, but the fact that I recognized that there was Pinfu involved is pretty good. See, if we got a 4, we could push for all simples here, but I don't want to break that 1, 2, 3 just yet, because I don't have a lot of other things in my hand. My desk lamp here. You say that, but I really do need to just commit to. Well, I need to commit to the bit and actually do it. But it's going to be... Do I want to commit to what I just said that I would do? Yes, because that 9 isn't going to help me much. I don't... I don't know if I would stream getting Mahjong Master. I think that would be like the difficult part, because talking to you guys and focusing on Mahjong is a lot of brain power. And that is something that I do not know if I can do masterfully. So I might do some of it, but I don't know if I would do all of it. Alright, so we definitely have 5 here, and we might just...
How will the
if we get a
challenger
7,
recover from this, I wonder?
Rick G definitely knows what he's saying. That 7 isn't a safe discard. That 5 is definitely not one either. It would be funny. Jazz just got Mahjong Master yesterday, I believe. Jazz has been sitting around in here for a bit. Ooh, we will be risky. Okay, cool. Now we're in Tempai here. A 7... Oh, no, the 7 wouldn't do us any good, because that would be... you can't do pure double straight with an open hand either. Also, good morning, Zin. Good morning. Good afternoon, Zin. Jet, you threw me off. No, we're not gonna do that. I mean, it's nice to know that the 5 is safe, but 2, 3, 4. Ooh, why do I not like this 3? It's likely safe, unknown. You probably need it.
Oh, goodness gracious
okay.
me.
Well, they both needed it. That's not good. Because they discarded the 9.
Our challenger
Oh, they
is
were
still
waiting
in
on
it?
one-sided straight.
But
I was
for how
doomed for
long?
that. They were open, but they didn't have any discards. They had a 2, so... That could have been worse. Well, let's be honest. See, this is the other thing I need to do, is I really need to... I feel like on one hand, if you want to make Mahjong entertaining for people to watch, you need to be able to... That was almost tempting. You kind of need to make it a little... You need to have a little bit more of like the I'm going to win here stuff that's going on. Like, you need to be able to show like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. We can do this. And I play a little risky. I play a bit aggressively, which leads to moments like that. I should probably set up another one of those challenges. Like, I just want every framer kit, but for me it's minions. I just like randomly picking up minions. Alright, so basically at this point, if I get a 4, I can just start cheating everything, but it would probably be good if I don't. Green Dragon's is safe. You're building either a half flush or... Well, at this point you can be building whatever you want, but probably building a half flush is probably what the AI is telling them to do. Well, that's kind of what matters to me when it comes to... No. When it comes to like how I stream, I try and keep it chill. I don't want to be like one of the guys that yell a lot. And if I am, it's going to be for like very specific moments, like the beach, the PvP beach showdown that we did in September. Like, that won't be chill. But I try and keep everything a little bit chill. I try to be a little bit more on like the quieter and reserved side, but I also want to try and make sure that when people come in to watch, they can sit down and go, oh, I didn't know that, and they can kind of learn a little bit. So the fact that you feel like you're learning something is very appreciated to hear. I have so many opportunities for hands right now, and I'm being held back by the fact that I have this 1. If I didn't have the 1, I'd be all over just opening my hand up, because then I can get above 4th. See, now at this point I should just start opening my hand. Oh, hold on. We can go, yeah, we can do all pairs here. But I need to decide which one is more likely, the 1 or the 3. The 1. We'll go with the 1, because we can swap it out later if we don't go Ricci. Plus we have 2 Doras, which is great. Oh, cool. We got Sumo, which is even better.
With a kiss from Lady
So
Love,
that's at least
we have our winner.
1, 2, 4 Han. That's probably 8,000 points. Oh, fully closed. So it's
You
yeah.
certainly made
Okay,
your
2.
mark this round. Keep it up.
Sweet, 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 sweet. All right, we somehow made ourselves up for that mistake, and we're now back in second. Let's just see if we can hold it there. That 8 is weak. That this 5 needs to go almost immediately. I'm not going to try and hold on to that. That was a mistake that I was making last. Oh. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Get rid of that 5. See if we can pull off 7 pairs twice in a row. Because worst case scenario, we open the hand, we go all pawn. Like that's the worst case scenario. Yeah, opening with a ton of pairs is really weird. Especially when your other tiles are all mid. Hell yeah, we're just gonna go wild. Get rid of the 5s. I'll really confuse these guys. If I get a 5th pair, I can just start opening my hand up. I mean, I guess I could too if I leave the East or the Reds as my final. I'd probably do that just because they're more likely to be discarded at this point, because nobody has. Seven pairs waiting on a Dora would be wild. Get that 2 out of there so it shows that I'm not building just or something that isn't characters. The 3. Conversely, at this point, what I could do is try and get that Dora, wait on the 2, and have people think that I am building all, like, just building not characters. That's a Suji trap. Oh, I left Nightbot on.
How will the challenger recover from this?
You get to be reminded for one more night that I made a game and released it last week on Wednesday. And it's free for you to play. So ultimate goal here is to just not deal into anybody, but ideally not have Project V win. Yeah, this is the annoying part with having
goodness gracious me.
did the exact same thing that I didn't want to do, and they didn't call Ricci, which is sneaky.
Oh, even I felt that
we're
one.
done.
But our challenger's still standing.
Unless, yeah, okay, we got another round here. This is. Basically, I need a Yakumon at this point, I think. Hey, the only person who's not allowed to call Ricci on these hands is me. I'm the only one who's allowed to be a sneaky bastard. 4, 5, 6, drop the 9. We could build simples. 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, drop these 4 out. There's our pair. Drop that. I don't like that I'd be leaving myself with closed weights. But if we get there quickly, it might not be that bad. Yes, people have been streaming the game that I made, which was a pleasant surprise. I do have some plans for that. One of the things that if people seemed receptive of the game and they seemed to like it, which a lot of people did, should have kept the west. Let's drop the 7 and keep the west. Probably, I have some plans for what I'd like to do. I'd like to expand the
How will
amount
the
of
challenger recover from this,
fishing
I
holes you can
wonder?
fish from. I think one of the strengths of the game is that it's being used as like an idle relaxation sound maker. So I might do a that was dangerous, having not seen that was already there. You're north. I've discarded a north, but I don't trust you. I'm gonna take it.
That could have been our tile. The scoundrel.
Cool. They're gonna probably just Hamba us. That's enough to win. Boo.
Was the competition simply too much for our challenger?
But yeah, no, with the game I was
I could
thinking
have
about doing a, adding more zones to it. But they're all interconnected in their own way. So in order to... What time is it? 7 o'clock? There is no fish coming up that I want to go for at least another 40 minutes. So we can do one more Mahjong round and then we'll go fishing. Let's get rid of full rank though, just to be safe. One of the things that I do want to do with the game is kind of expand the the fishing holes that you can do, and I'm debating on if I wanted to do like another stretch of the river and then you just move down the river as you clean it up, and then you set up like a fishing pole in each one, and so you can start getting multiple sources of income. The other option is basically do what I did for that little stretch of the river, and then do like an ocean, like a shoreline, like on a barrier reef, or not barrier reef, like a barrier island, or a pond, and then there's different soundscapes that go with each one of those. I haven't fully figured out. I could do both, technically. It depends on how big I want to go. But that, so expanding the gameplay with a couple more zones. I want to overhaul the UI because I'll admit I really learned how to do Unreal Engine UI with that project. That was part of the reason I did the project. Was 1, I wanted to make a game for April Fools, and 2, I wanted to learn UI. So I know a lot about the UI now that I need to go back and fix. Clean that up, get some art made, stuff like that. Oh, cool. And the next thing that I'll probably do is also... looking at something really quick. And then the next thing that I'll probably do as well is I'm going to get Steam integration built in and then basically re-release it on Steam. But that's going to be a first pancake type game for the bigger game that I'm working on right now in my ample free time. Oh, never mind, because we're not fishing. Yes, there's a $50 plugin for Unreal Engine that does that handles all of the Steam integration stuff that I could get, and I could reuse it multiple times, which is really nice. The thing is, I released games on Steam 8 years ago. This was my first game that I had released in the modern era of Steam. The last game I released on Steam was a VR game back in 2018. Almost exactly 8 years ago, actually. It's a little bit less. It was May of 2018. And we are facing a little sun. And the landscape of how you release a game has completely changed. Wish lists are still important. By the way, if you ever see an indie game you like, and it's not out yet, throw it a wish list. Apparently, Mag and I can't play Mahjong. It's really impressive. After being absolutely destroyed by Yashola. Keep the 2, drop the terminal. He plays Magnai Soul. I can't say much. I play Mahjong Soul as well. It is the only gacha game that I play. It's the only gacha game I intend to play. We get an 8. That's Yaku. Well, not a Yaku. 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 would be a Tenpai. I'd like it not to be, though. Yeah, that's what I want. 3 concealed pawn is great. If I could get a 2, I'll drop the 3. That was risky. Wrong 2. The game does this every time. As soon as I say I need a 2, it gives me the 2 of the wrong suit. Every time. Without fail. I don't have to call reaching. But if I get a 2... Oh, that's so tempting. But I don't want to be on a one-sided wait. I would love to get a 2, a 3, or another 7. Of which there are at least 4 available. Go for the Yakuman. Redeem myself after my last game. Well, that's a risky discard there. I guess I probably could have kept it, but... I mean, if I draw, I think I also get the 3 concealed pawn. South is safe. There's only one out there. Anyways, with Steam stuff, yeah, I think A Quiet Afternoon Fishing will eventually find its way onto Steam. There's a couple of things that hold that back. One, if I get a real job. That's what I want right there. And I'm going to call Richie. I'm this confident in the Yaku. Because Aurora doesn't need a 7. You probably don't need a 7. If I sumo this, it's a full on. Which is what I needed last game. Please don't ruin this for me. You don't need the 7, just discard it. Kick it out the door. Wrong suit. Oh, that would have been fun. Oh! If we had gotten a 2. Instead. Please, someone. Oh!
And with a kiss from Lady Luck, we have our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Yakuman.
You
That's a
all
double.
clobbered them with the table that round.
Ah, screenshot. Goodbye, everybody. On the opening hand, as dealer. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 9. Okay, don't expect that to happen again. Oh, someone threw a clip at that. If someone hasn't already, I almost forgot. Alright, cool, I grabbed it. It was a 30-second clip, so I don't know if that's going to be good, but if not, I'll go grab the VOD. Yeah, welcome to the table, novices. Pass on that. I think that might be my first Yakumon in 14. No. I got... Well, no. Yes, I think that might be my first Yakumon in 14. Let's take the reds. I'm just really glad we got that after that last hand. 2 pair is good. I probably don't need this East Wind anymore. I would like... I think... Ode Blue. I think that was the same Yakumon I was going for over a year ago when I was playing against Denmo, and I was asking, what is a Yakumon? And then Denmo discarded. I was building the same Yakumon. It was all pawn, 4 concealed. No, because that's still a 7 that I would need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so one of these needs to be broken. I think I would like to grab a 1. Okay, green dragon. If you get a green dragon, you do not discard it anymore. Because that is 1 dragon away from a bad time. Oh wait, no. That would be little dragons. Then yeah, you still don't want to mess with that. Oh, pair of 6s. Yeah, we'll do that. Should we just do it again? Can I do it again? Not with a 1, 2, and 3. No way. That is fate telling me that I should have called that. You can check your Yakumon in the gold saucer. Yeah. I'm pretty certain it's 0. Because I checked it a few days ago. Magni has now been eviscerated by both Stola and Fruity. I can drop the green. Oh wait, I just said don't drop the green. What am I saying? Has anyone discarded a green since then? No. Oh, and they have a one-sided weight. Nope, I will fold my hand before that green leaves it. What have they discarded? I'm gonna have to discard the 3 because they discarded the 1 and the 2. And a 5 and a 6, so they don't need it for a straight, they need a one-sided weight, and those are impossible for me to read. Outside of looking at everyone else's hands, so there's only 2 left. I will laugh, though, if that is a green dragon. That is safe. Goal here is just not to discard it to Magni. No, if I call pawn, I have to discard the green, and I'm not... Oh, he did discard the green. Fudge. I missed that in the sea of green and the gray. Thank you for pointing that out. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 7, 9. We are out of Hamba. I will drop the south. So 5, 6, 7, 7, 9, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is something we can start with. I need a pair. The 1 could end up being a pair. We could have a... No, that 8 would work. Yeah, that would be fine. We'll drop you. So that's still... If we get another 8, that's still another, like, pair there on a 1, 4. At this point, I just want to get somebody out. Like that, at this point, I am racing to push someone to 0. I don't, so as he's a novice, I'm pretty certain he didn't know he was going for green for little dragons. I think the AI was telling him to go for little dragons, but still dangerous nonetheless. Excuse me. So I need a... Crap, I need a 9. That's gonna put me in 30. I need that 6. I want to get a 6, basically. Oh no, I just get a 6 and discard the 1. Okay, never mind, we're good. No. They showed up. They're gonna be here. I could also just break it with 4. Leave myself with 3 pairs. No. I think that's a good... I think the better plan is to pass on that. Oh, I've walked myself into a corner here because I've discarded the 9. If I get a 9, problem solved. Oh wait, that's my 6. Call Chi. Drop the 1. We're in Yaku with all simples. That's it. And we're waiting on an 8 and a 2 because we haven't discarded those yet. Which Aurora has discarded. That's good. Magnai has dropped 2. So we basically, they all need to discard the tiles that I need. Oh wait, sorry. I looked at the wrong 2. No, only Aurora has. I had 2 in my head. I was looking at 2 characters. Discard 7s. Looks like Artemis should be regaining communication soon. See, that's the wrong 2. But I know no one needs it, so... Let's see, when does Artemis come back? Double dipping into the...
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
7s are dangerous. Now I just need a 6. Oh wait, crap, now I need a 9. Oh well. I'm not too miffed by that. I can just do this. And now I just need a 7 or a 2 with that little lapse in judgment. 7:25. So about 7 minutes until, or 5 minutes until Artemis gets their stuff back. No, the reason that 7-8 was bad was because if I got a 9, I wouldn't have any
Our
sort
challenger
of,
is down, but not out.
I wouldn't have a actual, like, what's the word I'm looking for? A Yaku. Alright, if we get an east, we open our hand. This is really fun at the Primals concert. I'm just like, because we have FanFest in like 2-3 weeks, and I'm mildly just freaking out because I have about 600 things that I'm dealing with for it. If you find me at FanFest, by the way, I do have fish trading cards. I have a while ago I painted. I digitally painted some trading cards of various fish, and I have Aquamaton and Coral Manta left. I'm using FanFest because I can't really afford to buy a new run of cards right now. I am burning all the extra ones that I have. And so if you come and find me at FanFest, if you're at FanFest, I will have Coral Manta and Aquamaton cards available. And if you play Magic the Gathering and are really nice and say the magic word, you can have my Commander card that my friend Aro made for me for Magic the Gathering. Don't do it again. Okay. So if you happen to be at FanFest, you can come and find me and get those cards. Are we going to do this again? Are we really going to do this again? Go back into 7 pairs? What do we want?
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
That's difficult and dangerous. To discard. The 6 might be safe. 7 is probably safe. I'm going to say probably that 2 is safe, yeah. It's our good friend, 7 pairs, or as I will accidentally call them, 7 orphans. That 9 might be safe. This is the issue. It's hard to tell when they don't have any dots discarded. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, worst case scenario, I just end up starting to call Chi, or Pawn. Yeah, 7 orphan twins. Since I actually want to end the game quick, could I do it that way? Yeah, why not? I still have to discard these 7 and the 8s, and that's spooky. But so the 6 and the 7, are going to be my major discards here that are going to be worrisome. I think this is going to be safer. Hold on. Yeah, 6 is safe. 3 might be safe. They haven't discarded a 3. They haven't discarded a lot of dots. We'll wait on that 4. The 4 might be safe. I have to go back and look at everybody, so that's 5, 6. Let's see, there's that. Eep. Okay. 2, 1. No, throw it away. Throw away a safe tile if you have it. I don't. The 7 might be safe. Yeah. Okay. What were they waiting on? A 2 or a 4. Okay. I'll lose 1,000 points for not dealing in there. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Oh man, we are back almost into mixed triple try territory again here. Yeah, if I get a 2, that's 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 mixed triple try. That would be really cool to get. I probably wouldn't even call Ricci on that. No. We're one off. Oh, you can open mixed triple try, right? You can. Okay. See, this is the thing. Like I was saying earlier, that my main goal with Mahjong right now is to learn what can be open and what cannot. And at this point, it doesn't matter. I just need to get something out. Yeah, let's just spook everybody. Drop the 4. While this goes, I'm going to go refill my water really quick. Someone make a decision. Thank you. Okay, I now have water.
What's this? A rival vying for victory? And with a kiss from Lady Luck, we have our winner. You certainly made your mark this round. Keep it up. The titan of the table, tactician of the tiles. Brilliantly played.
I walked away. I forgot to turn it back on. Anyways, what I was saying was that's a pretty good way to end it. Yes, that was my last one. I hate it when I do that. I mean, I don't have that sensitive a mic. Like the TV is on right now. It's not on loudly, but you probably can't hear it. I could probably I can just. But if I start talking off to the side, it's a little bit harder, especially from farther away. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. I am a big fan of this, though. I'll take that. Okay. We do have whales soon. I think I'm gonna forego whale and do ocean fishing instead. Because is it a good boat? Hold on. We have how much time do we have until whale? 8:10, 40 minutes. Let's see if we can get one of my characters set up here. Give me 1 second. Because my Oceania ult is still going for Sidereal Whale. I was just going to go do Dawn Trail Fish on my other ult, but I could do that later. No Qs in the materia right now. Yeah, TRM, I think I was saying the last time we were doing Mahjong, which would have been on Thursday. I don't know if my goal is really to hit Mahjong Master. I would happily go for it. Oh, that's plenty. I'll happily go for it. And like I said, I might even stream it if I decide to officially go for that. Maybe that'll be a post legendary fish thing. That's not great. 7 of those. I need more. Latency makes it so hard to sell things. Oh boy, I can now see. That's fine. Look here. 35 is fine because I need 33. You store you question mark. Why do I have because I ate a scope, that's why. Store you and store you, a bunch of Wayfarer tickets. This guy is like the least prepared of all my fishing ults, and yet somehow has caught every Shadowbringer's fish. Hold on a second. Twitch, what are you doing? I'm not on my BRB stream. Get caught up here. Thank you. This I need a little bit more of. So how much time do we have until whale? 34 minutes. Oh, and 9 minutes until Furkakata. Why don't we do this? We'll do you. And some of nymph. Hold on. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we have 9 minutes until Furkakata. Good question, first. Fruity, do you have flying unlocked in Elpis? Yes, you do. That just tells me what I need to do next. Alright, so we're going to do you. Most of that, if I have any. Go into, let's craft your script. To you, that's fine. I don't need 9 minutes for Furkakata, so I'm going to quickly do... Oh, some fringes. Peaks. I'm trying to remember where Alamegan Ribbon is. We're gonna do Alamegan Ribbon for like 3-4 minutes, just so we have some more extra cordials. Or like, we'll probably do like 1 Patience 2 thing. Then go to Furkakata, then go pick up the last of our cordials with the script that we'll get from the ribbons here. And then we'll go to Sidereal Whale. I could do ocean fishing. I think Sidereal Whale might be a little bit more interesting. And then we'll jump over to my other ult and we'll do some big fishing on that. Probably for Dawn Trail, my second final fish. I gotta get my, there we go. I got to get my European alt geared as well at some point. Fun fact, too, about collectibles. You don't have to manually press yes. If you just hit escape, it automatically says yes. People are not familiar with rock genres. Shimakita Kai? What? Are we talking about Titan? Or are we talking about like rock genres like the stratification over here of the sandstone? This being another type of genre of rock. Oh. I am not familiar enough with rock genres for that. Ow. That would have been funny if that was the Lily of the Veil. But I don't think it was. I think it was Northern Pike. So I don't think Lily of the Veil is up. No, that was Pike. Okay. Pump you. I think that's 8 more cordials. That's fine. I don't need to use that. I'll let my GP naturally regen. And then we go to Elpis. Synchronorsis. And with Furcicata, we are looking for Gloom, so we're starting at 1530. Is anyone here? I don't think it would be. I don't think anyone would be here. It's like 9 in the morning on a Tuesday in Australia. I don't really expect anyone to be at Whale either. Oh gosh, how do I go for this fish again? I'll skip or slap, that's it. I couldn't even remember how to catch the fish. It's been a while since I've done testing it for Kakata. I got like, I don't know, 40 windows. And I was just like, cool, I've spent enough time here, I don't need to be back for a while. Cool. Alright, we just have to wait 3 minutes. Okay. So we can do... Here's what I think we'll do. We'll do for Kakata, we'll do sidereal whale. Then we'll see what dawn trailfish are up. The answer is probably not many. All the ones that I think I need, I don't have access to, or I don't. It's gonna be a while, but if we can get to, what is it that I'm looking at here? That's it, Giga Giant Snakehead. Because that's at 821. We can do Giga Giant Snakehead into Cichlid, Gondola Vor. I don't remember if I got that one, but if not, we can do a Waxbane if we don't have that one. Thunder Swift, Moon Gripper, and then that'll probably be it. Oh, Moxitral Greatgar will be up at 9, so we can do that one as well. Fih. Welcome in, Liam. Oh, wait, do I have to... Oh. Oh, never mind, okay. I just realized that my Fisher Challenges, I got an email that my Fisher Challenges URL needs to be renewed, but it's going to auto-renew anyways. Which today I was populating the next month worth of quizzes on my YouTube channel. So if you don't know, on every Tuesday I put out a quiz question about Final Fantasy XIV fishing. And then every Friday I put out a random Fisher challenge that you can do over the weekend if you want. So I was populating out the next month of quizzes, and then I will do the challenges probably tomorrow after I record the next Fruity Rambles. Alright, so Furcicata window's now open. Oh, I probably need the macro for this, but that's fine. Don't need to use my GP2 too much here. Always have to remember if I got the books or not. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. 30 seconds left. A little less. One thing that I have learned fishing on Oceania is how snappy and responsive everything is on North America with my pig. Okay, not that. Alright, we shall teleport to Yulmore, because that's the closest collector's turn-in. Hello, here. Please have some ribbon fish that you have never ever heard of or seen before. If you don't mind. Thank you. 90 of the 90 Stardust should be fine, so I can focus on high cordials here. Then we go to the Abode of the Aya. And we got 22 minutes until whale's ready. Yeah, 2 weeks. I lied. This time in 2 weeks, I'm going to be getting ready for my flight. Oh, someone actually is here. We're going to go say hello to them. This time in 2 weeks, I'm going to be getting ready for my flight to the ever sunny California. The platypus or the... yeah, it is. And then for those of you who RSVP'd for the aquarium event on the 23rd, you will be getting an email probably by, well, at the latest, the end of this week with all the information you need to know. I'm going to be setting up a temporary Discord for those who are going to be at the event, so you can ask me questions a little bit quicker. Everyone can see the answers, so it's a little bit easier. And I can relay information out a little bit better. And also, more importantly, you can set up ride shares with people so you can all save some money. It's like a 30-minute trip. I don't know, what time is it right now? I think right around now, so let's find out here. Let's see. Anaheim Convention Center. To the Aquarium of the Pacific. Yeah, about 45 minutes. At this time, which is about rush hour, you're looking at about 40-45 minutes to get there. If I depart in like 10 minutes, still the same. Still the same. I'm just building a thing to retard 6 at this point. Still the same. Better. Still the same. Okay, yeah. So it ends up anywhere being like maybe an hour at worst. The one thing that I will be saying in the email, and this is what I've been told multiple times by multiple locals, please give yourself plenty of time to get to the aquarium. Because we had 168 people RSVP, plus I have had so many more people show up afterwards saying, hey, I know the RSVP is closed, but can I still RSVP? The answer to those folks is yes, you can, but you have to go buy the ticket yourself. And you don't have to check in with me. You don't have anything else. But I can't guarantee you'll have a ticket because they have a reservation system. I don't know what it's going to be like towards the end of the day, but because there was so many people who are showing up, I am bumping the start time from 4 o'clock to 3:30. And having the check-in RSVP go from, or the check-in for everyone who RSVP'd go from 3:30 to 4:30 rather than 4 to 4:30, just so that we can accommodate for everybody. They close at 6, too, so it's like I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to do things, even the volunteers. So the hard cutoff will be at 4:30. If you aren't checked in with me by 4:30, you are out of luck. Excuse me. So, now, I've never been to the Aquarium of the Pacific, so it should be kind of cool. Is Warden down for 11, or is it just green prismfish that are down? Down for 11 hours, because green prismfish are down for 11 hours, but in reality, green prismfish are only down for an hour. Because you'll just fish eyes those. Those are probably the easiest thing to fish eyes. Because you can use Modest Lure. Hey there, Necronomoron. Oh, I cannot speak fancy words tonight. I don't think I've ever been to an actual aquarium since I was a child. This is going to be the first time. Actually, I don't want to say first time. This aquarium. Yeah, Aquarium of the Pacific is going to be the largest aquarium that the Final Fantasy XIV unofficial aquarium meetup event has been held at. The previous ones were... The first one was FanFest in 23, and that was at Mandalay Bay Aquarium in Las Vegas. That one is relatively quick and short. The next two were held at the St. Louis Aquarium, which is a little bit bigger than the Mandalay Bay Aquarium, but not as big as the Aquarium of the Pacific. My understanding is that basically you take Mandalay Bay and you take the St. Louis Aquarium and you smush them together, and that gives you almost the size of the Aquarium of the Pacific. So this is the largest aquarium that I have ever done this event at. I've talked to them twice. They're really nice about it. I mentioned that we were with a video game convention, FanFest, and because they asked, and they immediately started talking to me about the cosplay rules. And VMP, yes. Yeah, so this is the first time that I was hosting an aquarium event. And this, you have to remember, this was back before Dawn Trail. This is end-of-end Walker. The fishing wasn't as big as it was then. I mean, it was still growing a lot, but it wasn't as popular. And I went to set this up. I set up the aquarium meetup. Bunch of people signed up. I was expecting like 50 people to show up, and that's what I was comfortable with. 127 people signed up for the first one for FanFest. And I was like, oh, well, that's weird. So anyways, I make the reservation with the event manager at Mandalay Bay Aquarium. My friend and I fly in the night before. Wake up late, have breakfast, explore Vegas a little bit, and then take the monorail over to, well, walk and then monorail over to Mandalay Bay Aquarium, and we walk in. And I go up to Will Call and I say, hi, I'm picking up a reservation. It was my name. And they're like, she's like, yeah, sure. How many tickets are you picking up? And I was like, 124. And the look she gave me, you would think that in her mind she was quietly looking for pranked cameras. Because she was just like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, I talked to, so-and-so, whoever was the event manager that I talked to. And I was like, yeah, this is who I talked to. She's aware of this, blah, 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 blah. And she goes, yeah, okay. And her, I guess her manager was working the front desk as well. And she goes, oh, yeah, so-and-so told us about you. We got you. And they put in the order. They start printing out the tickets. And it was like I won the aquarium jackpot at an arcade. It was nothing but but like tickets coming out like you would like see at like that arcade, like you just win and they're just folding them up. And they're coming out and I'm just like, you do, like, I was like, you don't have to worry about counting them. Like, I trust you guys to give me, the right amount. And she goes, no. We have to count them all individually. Twice. Each of us have to count them. Like, they have like a double thing for something like large. And, I guess we're ready for, wait, I got 12 minutes. I can go for the rest. Yeah, it makes sense. As soon as they said it, I was like, oh yeah, okay. So this teller who I traumatized and her manager spent the next 15 minutes printing out all of the tickets and then manually counting out to make sure they had the right amount to give me. And then they were like, well, how are you going to pay for this? And I was like, well, on my credit card, which goes, well, here's our options. You can pay with your debit, credit, cash, check. Actually, not check. There's like cash, or we can charge it to the room. Which room are you staying at? And I was like, oh, my friend and I were at the MGM Grand. And so my friend and I were at the MGM Grand, and we had it charged to our room. And so we go to check out. See, that would have been a Thursday night. Friday, Saturday, it was Fan Fest. Sunday, my friend and I went up to Zion National Park. So Monday morning, we're checking out of our hotel, and the guy at the counter, that's the word I'm looking for, is like, all right, cool. What's your room number? Like 228 or something like that. It was like we were like 3,000 floors up in one of the billion buildings at MGM Grand. And and he goes, oh, okay, I see you have an outstanding balance of... How did you spend $2,000 at the aquarium? It just straight up is like, how did you, was equally as confused as to how someone could... Because you would expect them to be like, oh, they racked up a bill of like $2,000 in food or $2,000 in debt or something like that. And he goes, how did you do that at the aquarium? I'm like, it was an event, don't worry about it. So that's the Las Vegas Fan Fest story. Gateway Fate is the convention that I hold, the one in St. Louis at. And that one's not as exciting, but I've talked to the event coordinator at St. Louis 2 years in a row now. Her name's Maddie. She's really nice, and she loves our group because we're just so easy. But we had like 100 people last year, and a bus. And so there's nothing too exciting about that one because they pre-print the tickets for me, and then I literally just, the day before, and then I just show up and pick them up, and it's in an envelope. The bus is happening again. I already talked to Jeremy. I already told him that I'm going to do it again this year, along with something else that has not yet been announced. But I will be working with the bus company again to do a bus. At least another one bus. I might maybe see if I can do a second one because of how many people we had. I don't know. I need to... The bus is new and weird for me. I'm not too sure how best to handle it. But I need to get that one ordered soon because if I don't, I might miss the weekend again. So, because Gateway Fate is scheduled over apparently a very popular wedding weekend in St. Louis. So, Oh, apparently they announced... Speaking of FanFest, they announced the meet and greet sessions. But yeah, so we'll see how this one goes. If the Aquarium of the Pacific event goes well, which right now I'm still estimating between the people who RSVP'd and the people who are saying, hey, I missed the RSVP, which I've learned a lot about that as well. I'm probably estimating around, I don't know, 180, 200 people before no-shows, which if I have the same retention that I had at Gateway Fate, I will probably still have around 175. So there'll be a lot of people. But if Aquarium of the Pacific goes well, I don't want to say summer, but maybe late summer, early fall, I might do one in New York City at the New York City Aquarium. Which, I haven't been to that aquarium yet, but I'm also not far away from it, so I can totally go. It's over in Brooklyn? Yeah, it's in Brooklyn. That's like a small trip for me. So I might host a non-14 tangented event and just have a meetup at the aquarium in New York City. Kind of as a fun thing, and maybe I'll actually commission some sort of art to go with it to commemorate it or something. I was thinking about coins or not ribbons. Oh, pins. So yeah, so we'll have that. And then if you're at DragonCon this year, I should be at the Aquarium Night at DragonCon in Atlanta. And then we'll have the Gateway Fate one again. If somebody wants to give me a ticket to EU and pay for, flight and hotel stay in Berlin for the EU Fan Fest, I'll host one there as well, but that's not happening this year. Baltimore Aquarium is just a little bit outside of my easy to get to range. I mean, I could take Amtrak down and be there in 2 hours. I thought about it. I mean, not to Yoshi P. I thought about being hey, Square Enix, you want to sponsor this event? In the early planning for this, because I was expecting a lot of people, I was expecting some growth, because last year, or last FanFest, it was 127, 128 people. This year we have 168 plus, closer to 200. So I considered looking into how much it would cost to basically get a private room with food as well, and do an actual party event. But the upfront cost of that was way too high. But I thought that could have been fun. The one thing that I'm hoping, this is a big emphasis on the hope, and it's kind of a stretch goal given the amount of craziness that I have going on here the next couple of weeks, leading up into FanFest. I might put together a scavenger hunt for the Aquarium of the Pacific. It'll probably be a little Google form thing. Nothing fancy, but it will be hey, look for, here's this fish in Final Fantasy XIV, see if you can find it in the aquarium. Just something to kind of get people moving around and looking. Flavindi, thank you for that follow. Also, Nian, thank you for the streaming streak. Is there a sign up for the FanFest Aquarium meetup, or is it just show up? So technically, the Aquarium FanFest RSVPs closed like 2-3 weeks ago. However, what I am telling people is if they want to Uber out to the Aquarium of the Pacific, you can attempt to get your own ticket while we are there. But I just ask that you let me know that you're going to be there so I can give the aquarium some heads up that there's going to be a lot of people showing up. I also cannot guarantee that they will have a ticket because they have a reservation system. So that's kind of the big big warning heads up. Like, yes, you can if you want to show up. I can't stop you from being there because it's during public opening hours. But as of that, because you didn't RSVP, I can't guarantee you a ticket. I might have leftovers. They'll cost a smidgen more just to cover the cost of like budgeting for some of the stuff in the event, which I forgot to buy those things today. Where are my post-its? I need a new thing of post-its. I noticed I didn't know what. I went through a whole pad of fishbowl. Fishbowl post-its. I need to order those bandanas. I would love to be able to do that someday. Like, if I'm honest, I would really, really love to be able to host and organize a multi-hour party-type event at an aquarium for Final Fantasy XIV specifically. I have a ton of ideas for what I would want to do with that, and I have not done it at the I've seen it done for Dragon Con. I want to make it very clear that I have no play or say or any sort of power over what happens at the Dragon Con aquarium party, but I would definitely want to try and potentially mimic some of those things. I just don't think I'll be able to. Nice. I always have to check to make sure that I actually have the tomes. I do. What am I missing? Oh, EBE big numbers, that's right. Knowing my luck, I'm going to get the Felania right now. And yeah, cool. Oh, Flavindi, I'm sorry, I did not see that you had asked that in YouTube and in Twitch. My apologies. I also don't know, you guys probably can't notice it as much, but let me tell you, the latency for me going from NA to OCE is very rough. It's those like squishy gel packs that you would get at like the Learning Company or the Discovery Channel store that were like sea cucumber shaped. That's probably like the easiest and most appropriate way of saying it. Yes, I think so. Let me look. I think one of these server statuses have pings. Yeah. I get 276 to light, 312 to chaos. This is a very long bite. 278 to materia for me. Compared to the like 147 I get to crystal. I didn't mean to do that, but I will take it anyways. haven't decided if this guy's going to focus more on the Endwalker fish or the A Realm Reborn fish or not. He's been kind of doing a little bit of everything now that he's done. That is not the sound I want to hear. He's been doing a little bit of everything, but he's finished all of the Shadowbringer fish. Yeah, I thought about going by X-Pack. I'm still doing Ruby Dragon now. That's I think the last big major fish that I need. Someone recorded a duel we had at the Wolf's Den on NA. Shared asked how much he sped it up at the time. I've been delaying going for Evansward because I can't remember how I started. As in, like, the fishing? Like, I would start this zone by zone. Is probably the least overwhelming way of starting it. Is just pick a zone and be like, all the fish are mine. So you could literally go story mode and just do it in order of appearance of the zone. So start with, what is it, Corethius Central Highlands. Western Highlands. I never get those right. Start with Western Highlands, go from there. Did you see the pause there I had? More than a fortnight. Thank you for a resubscription in 10 months. Holy crap. It's going to be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Daylight Time. What am I saying? Guys, if I could properly convey how frazzled my brain is right now. Yeah, I'm on Eastern Standard. the Pacific and the Eastern time zones have finally reconciled into the Eastern Standard Time. No more is there Best Coast, Beast Coast. There is just Peasters, the Peace Coast. Barely pulled anything out of that. Yeah, we'll go with you. We really just like the whole, all of North America just enters into Eastern Standard Time. That would be great. Yeah, that should be on the horizon a bit. Cordial back on cooldown, and we can just keep rolling. Yeah, North and South Dakota, and Virginia and West Virginia. Oh, and the Carolinas too. Let's just reduce everything down here. North and South Dakota just become one great big Dakota. North and South Carolina just become Carolina. And East and West Virginia West Virginia finally realizes it was just a phase and just becomes Virginia. That's true. Isn't North Carolina like vinegar based and then South Carolina is ketchup based or other way? It's the barbecue sauce I know is the difference. Or a difference. Because I've had both because I worked for a company out of Raleigh. Okay, cool. By the way, there is no correct answer to that. I've had a both like ketchup-based and vinegar-based barbecue sauce. That whole argument is dumb as hell because they're both very good. As somebody who is from the north. Ooh, hello, please stay. Thank you. Alright, so we have 3 minutes until the Falania window closes. If we get a second one, that's fine. We have a chance at a refresh. Alright. Oh hey, new record for space. That's fun. Let's see how many Horizon events we can get in the next 10 minutes. Oof, okay, this will be rough. Oh, you know, Bruni, that's fair. I grew up in central New York, so I don't really... There's only one barbecue place in central New York that I really liked. Okay, that should be a Horizon. Okay, so one for sure. I need to do this to get this going. Cast out. Oh, the allergies are starting to kick in now. Get the second. Immediately pop this cordial. This cordial is going to be really important for us. We're not going to store it. We're just going to straight up mooch. Now we have a 5% chance for sidereal whale. So odds are kind of in our favor to see it in 10 minutes. But this is the second window that I've gone without seeing. This would be the second intuition that I've gotten. Nice long bite. What do we got? We'll take a Falania because it'll reset our... It has a good chance of resetting our intuition. We'll take a sidereal whale because then we can go home. Cool. We have an intuition and we didn't get a refresh. Damn. Almost Mahjong events, all your fishers have 60 plus. Oh boy. Or all your ults have 60 plus. I don't regret doing that. I'm very much in the camp of do it. Just go and, you know, full send it. I was never one for like waiting until 4. Especially after when we figured out it was like the same bite rate in this is, yeah, Dancing Man movement 2. Let's do something a little bit more useful for this. Well, we are going to be missing Kick a Giant Snakehead, which I said I wanted to do. Unfortunate, but it's worth it for the chance at sidereal whale again. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. when is Gar up? Because I would say just go for Gar. Oh no. Not 9 pocket spaces. When I was coaching Wrath into Legends Day prep, one of the things I told him when we went ocean fishing together was you need to clean your inventory out because I know that he's a hoarder. $44 minutos until Gar. Ilion Asoy Cichlid, I don't even have a guide for that fish yet. I need to do a guide for it. Okay, Horizon events. You were pretty bitey earlier. Wanna come back? Thunderswift, Deep Canopy are up in 11-14 minutes. We could probably go for those. Iron Shadow Tongue. Kakato is up in 2 days. Sprouting Perch is up tomorrow. Prime Adjudicator is up tomorrow. Esperon Scarp is up in 15 hours. Come on. Horizon events. Don't fail me now. We're buds. Hey, if Frosty wants to go fishing, I will take him fishing. I think I offered that at Gateway Faywind. Fa la 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 la. I pitched that as a thing for a donation world race, and I will support him if he wants to do that as a donation thing, but I'm not going to force him to do it. Also, Jet, I guess I will sign up to commentate the world race at some point for the Ultimate coming out. I will sacrifice myself for that. As I am standing here fishing. Actually, make this clear. I am standing right now in real life as well. Like, I have a sit-stand desk, and that's what I'm doing. This is a long bite. This is a great bite. Please don't disconnect on me. This is sidereal whale. Are you going to stay? Yes, you are. We have caught sidereal whale. And it's a big boy, too. 484 at 0.8. How big? Hold on, what is the record size for a whale? Jet, yeah, Jet, I don't need to know that tonight. I'm just saying. I'm keeping an eye on that. And I am free enough that I should be able to do that. 474. Yeah, that's a small whale. That's a baby whale. Whale, whale, whale. Whale, whale, whale. Alright, so cool. I can now finally remove Sidereal Whale, because that's all my alts that need it. Habit. So we can swim back home. Oh, okay. Well, then you go meet tonight. Yeah, Nian, I am standing because I have spent the weekend sitting driving and or just at family. And I didn't. It was a little too cold today for me to go for a walk, so I'm standing right now. Also, fun fact, if you have not been to the Eorzean Aquarium on Sophia, it is quite lovely and fun. I just have to remember where the retainer bell is in here, because I don't have those turned on. There we go. Okay. Are you my fish holder? Yes, you are. You can go in there. You stay out, you stay out. We keep you. You're going to get turned into cordials. I mean, I think I can do it right now. If you are online, you can just come in. I'm going to quickly clean some stuff up here really quick. I can do it right now if you want. This inventory is clean because I have only fished on this guy. This is a fishing alt. It's not like a let's go do Eureka and Baja and craft alt. I mean, quite literally, it only fishes. Do I have 8 minutes? Let me go see what fish I need. I can probably come back to this though if you need to. That's not a problem. How much am I gonna get out of these? $7.50 each. Perfect, max sizes. But yeah, I think I have the power to get you in regardless, so like whenever you want it. If not tonight, you know, later. But yeah, so the sit-stand desk I have had since... Does it tell me which year it was? Hold on. Okay. Whoa. Ooh, okay. Smidgy on the dizzy. I have, I'm pretty certain I picked this up in 2015, so it's 11 years old. Okay. I don't ever need... Well, no, I need Stardust for Eevee, but I'll get that later. Okay, let's switch over to more reasonable ping. Melodic figures out how to cover the glowy tabletop on our FC desk lev counter. Like that's my partner. I don't end up with the. Oh wait, hold on. Which alt was I going for? You. I'll be back. Now that I have Sidereal Whale, I can just focus on Ruby Dragon, which I should probably throw on my tracker now. No, spell cure. What do you mean you aren't in any of these numbers? I'm a cure. I'm not in any reasonable patch. Where are you? You are up Wednesday morning. It's the next Ruby Dragon window. I think once I pick up Ruby Dragon, I will probably beeline Final Fish on my Oceania haul, which means I should also get Gar on there as well. Ooh, it's up. Next time I can do that is Sunday. But for now, we are just focusing on the Dawn Trail fish. Did we pick up Gondola? Oh, by the way, Dawn Trail spoilers coming up. Did we pick up Gondola Lavore? Yes, we did. Did we pick up Oaxbane Apoda? Yes, we did. Did we pick up Thunder Swift Trout? Yes, we did, which means we can go to Deep Canopy. Because I don't think I picked it up. No, I don't. Okay. The question is, do I have red maggots? I do have red maggots. More than a fortnight. How do you keep all the alt logs straight? That is a very good question. And I will tell you my secret. I don't. Thank you, Nan. Enjoy your dinner. I spent probably 3 days going for Opabinia on an alt that had already caught it. I was having a rough time with it too. I really don't go with that very well. But usually, what usually happens is my alts are all working on different things at once, and I usually only have like one alt working on something at a time. Book Square Dash. Yeah, thank you. I did hear about A Quiet Afternoon Fishing. I'll have to go check that out. But usually what I do is like one alt works on like one expansion or one thing or one title, whereas like another will. So like this alt is only working on Dawn Trail Fish, and when I'm mostly done with this one, then my European alt, which is also Final Fish, will start working on the Dawn Trail Fish as well. And then my Oceania alt has all the Endwalker fish, or has all the Shadowbringers fish, but it's working on like all the other, expansions, like expansion fish, but not Dawn Trail, because it doesn't have Dawn Trail unlocked. So that's kind of how it is. Like I try and either have them not doing all the same thing, or if I'm going to do that, they're all going to be doing the same thing at the exact same time. And so since this alt and my EU alt aren't geared the same and aren't doing the exact same thing, this one's going to get a majority of the big fish in Dawn Trail done before we move on to EU. I'll probably do EU post 5.7. Wow. I just made up a patch number. Patch 7.5. Probably patch 7.56. Hey, everything is spirit bonded. Did you know? Oh, that's a problem. I'll fix that in a second. This character now. Yeah, okay, we're at 46 on this. Yeah, 5.75 or 7.57. The unannounced patch. That's an aquarium fish now, right? I thought that was. Also, this guy, the one thing though that I will try and do is I will actually try and get my EU alt geared up before 7.5. And then what I'll do is I'll go for Burst of Riches on patch day really quick and just get that out of the way. Probably just knock that one off. I think 10 o'clock you open up? Yeah, 40 seconds. So we'll just get a slap together here in a second and call it a day. I think I picked up Moon Gripper already. Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, these are all the fish that I caught on the fish train that we did a couple weeks ago. I should probably start Dawn Trail Fish Train. But I think we could do, what, Canopy into Shadow Tongue into Harlequin Queen, into Barter. Well, okay, Shadow Tongue Queen and Barter are up all at the same time. So, Loki has made an appearance. Admittedly, it was a forced appearance as carried by Mrs. Snacks. Loki, our cat. But it's coming up here. I think Moxitral Greatgar is going to be the primary focus, so I will drop everything else to go to Moxitral. But we'll have 12 minutes for Shadow Tongue, which we do not need 12 minutes for, so we'll do something silly. I do need to start the post-on trail MSQ on this character as well. I'm not going to do Muttering Matamata because I won't be streaming. I will hopefully be asleep by the time that is up. But yeah, I think Greatgar. Excuse me. At 9:08. And then we'll switch back to the main. I really like the fishing holes in Dawn Trail. Just like visually, I think a lot of them are kind of interesting, with the exception of Chain Sharks. Chain Shark's fishing hole is boring, unless you like the color blue. I have 3 rambles that I have not yet recorded. I'm going to do one tomorrow, and then I'll probably do a couple more this week or over the next couple of weeks. But I have 3 fruity rambles planned. The one that'll be coming out this week will be a pretty generic ramble. Well, it's not going to be a generic ramble. It's going to be me talking about Fish Eyes, the skill, which I said I was going to do. But we'll be doing Fish Eyes we'll be talking about Fish Eyes and the evolution of that skill and how it went from a great skill to actually no, this is a pretty good skill. A skill that everyone should be using. And then I think after that I do, so where's my performance monitor to make sure that I'm not going to have a memory leak somewhere. No, we're good. Higher than usual, but that's fine. Yeah, so this week will be a talk on old Fish Eyes. Next week, I'm going to be doing a video on my predictions for the legendary fish. Not what type of fish they will be, because that's near impossible to guess, but where they will be. And why I think that those are going to be there, and just some fun stuff tied to that. And then, because a lot of people have asked me it, and I think it would be kind of fun to do right before the Fan Fest, on the 22nd, assuming I get the time and energy to do it, I'm going to do a ramble on what would be cool to see for fishing in 8.0, as a bit of like a preemptive, predictive thing. I was jumping back and forth on if I wanted to do that type of video, but decided to do it anyways, just for the fun. it's not going to be like a very specific. I mean, there will be like, this is what I hope to see. Here's my idea for it type of thing, but it's going to be really like a really loose, like, here's what I think just Fisher needs. Or doesn't need. That's the other thing too. But yeah, the thing that the bit of a preview, and this isn't much of a spoiler of what I'm going to say because I've said it a bunch, is I would really like to see Fisher get stances, but I want them to be tied to the Soul Crystal slot. So kind of like specialists for crafter, but I want that to have like, I want you to get access to special skills based on which soul crystal slot you have. I'll probably talk about like snagging as well, and then just a bunch of other features that I would really like to see that would be quality of life. Are you going to try and use my leg as a scratching post? And you think that it is snack time? It's not snack time. But the button bloat is going to be a big thing that I want to talk about. And the challenge with Fisher is that we have a lot of buttons, and in reality we use a good chunk of them. So it's going to be very difficult to remove them. But I think what we could see is some get flip-flopped. Like Mooch and Mooch 2 can get combined into one, and then based on which type of fish you get, Cast and Hook can be combined. Those types of things. Oh, let me interact with the cat here. You want sit immediately on cast as a permanent toggle? Sure. Granted. I don't know, we haven't really whimsied yet. I said whimsy as like, oh yeah, let's be whimsy tonight, and then I have not whimsied. I caught a whale in space. Is that whimsy enough? Yeah, like a fish boss could be cool. I'd love to see Fabled Legends come to the overworld. Like each expansion gets one, or Armor Point gets one per region or something. I would love to see that. What else would I want to see? I don't know, I'm spoiling it all. Put Fisher up. We have Iron Shadow Tongue in 8 minutes, which I don't need. My cat has made a nest under my. I had like a button up over, like an overshirt type thing, like not like a fancy one, just a simple one. That I was using today because it was a little cold this morning. I left it on my chair, and my Loki just crawled up underneath it. Yeah, I'll probably talk about the spearfishing gig. I haven't fully planned out what I want to say, because on one hand, I mean, I know what I want in my head. I just haven't put it into like text yet to outline it. Wait, is that the S rank? It is. No, wait. That's the A rank, right? Is that an A rank or the S rank? Oh. You're adorable. You're F rank. F for friend. But yeah, no, like I have a rough idea of what I'd like to see. I just have to kind of throw it into text in something that's a little bit more organized than just my brain. Oh, okay. We got 6 minutes until Shadow Tongue. Is there like something else we could do until then? Shadow Tongue doesn't require a lot of prep. We don't need to go to Moon Gripper. Oh. You know what? For the fun of it. We're just gonna go to the Mammoth for a few minutes. Yeah, I'd probably talk about bait a bit. I don't think we need a tackle box, but I would like to see a Realm Reborn bait consolidation again. It's a bit contrasting. I want to see bait used more often, but I also want to see like a Realm Reborn have bait consolidation. Spearfishing, obviously, like the big thing I would love to see is something more challenging with spearfishing. We now have like this skill-based minigame for fishing. Skill, quote, in air quotes. And I would really like to see that utilized in a manner of big fishing with its own achievement track. I think the big thing is I really want to be able to make more. So wait, I haven't figured out what I want to say, but maybe I'll run it by you guys. Is I want to be able to make decisions that have consequences, but not that impact whether or not a fish is going to bite. I want to be able to say, I'm going to use this skill, this thing, to make it so that my skills cost no GP, or half GP, or 25% of their GP, but I have half of my GP half of my GP regeneration. Or I want to be like, I want my fish to bite twice as quick, like a natural chum. Yeah, I want to stand stance with fish. I really think that there is something they could do with techniques that could make it interesting without necessarily being overwhelming, but also useful for all fish. I think this is a challenge too, is that with the exception of, I think, maybe big game fishing, all of the fish skills are useful on not just big fish. And so it's like you have to come up with these ideas of stances that you could take without, you know, alienating common fish. Why is my Razer Central Service taking up 1,000 megabytes of RAM right now? Well, there's an Octomammoth. I think what we now have 3 minutes? 2 minutes, cool. We have successfully killed time. Quickest way to get there would be Express. Different stats and gear could work. I think having more impact of stats on fish would probably be good as well. I think they did the or were they the prime fish back in Endwalker? Remember they were doing like the stuff for Island Sanctuary and then never again did that. That could have a ton of really interesting impacts on not just collectibles, but also on big fish. And so having that could be interesting. Ow. What's my favorite fish in real life? Well, it's the ocean sunfish to start. But in reality, not reality. In reality, ocean sunfish is probably one of my favorites, just because they're so goofy and whimsy. But I really like a lot of freshwater fish, usually rivers. Probably one of my favorite fish to catch is a fish called a chain pickerel. How did my memory go up? What is going on? We're not in the territory of, hey, we're going to find out what happens when Final Fantasy XIV runs out of RAM again. But I would really like to know why some of these things are eating up so much RAM. I also don't remember what the slap is for this fish. Oh, it was salamander or shadowton. Okay, Ailer. No. Okay, my GP, my RAM went down. We're good. Yeah, though for some odd reason, my Razer Tartarus is taking up 25-30% of my CPU right now. Yeah, chain pickerel's mouth have rows and rows of teeth that apparently have anticoagulants in their saliva. So don't put your finger in that. At all. I've caught a few chain pickerels, and I'm very, very careful whenever I'm dehooking those guys. It is very much like only pliers and hook removers go near that mouth. I'm not even going to be putting my fingers anywhere near any of those teeth. But I'm going to be going fishing this weekend. Do I just have like a bunch of water foxes? Nope. Got a long-nosed gar skull? That'd be fun. For a project that isn't announced yet, and I'm not going to be the one who announces it here, I will say that I'm going to be the owner of a skull that no one else has right now, I don't think. I will post about it when the time comes. It won't be a real skull. Like, I'm not like, it's not like a organic skull. But it is a skull of a thing that you are aware of. Let's go with the more exciting music here. It is not a ruby dragon skull, no. I'm getting a life-size Problematica skull. I'm not. But no, I'm getting it a certain skull 3D printed, commissioned. No, I'm not actually getting a life-size Problematica skull. I mean, that'd be fun, but I'm not. Oh, it turns out Water Fox doesn't like it when you have Carby and TCO. IRL Aquamaton. So, fun fact about that, that was actually originally going to be one of the things that I was going to bring to FanFest, was I was going to build an animatronic Aquamaton and carry it around like a puppet, and then puppeteer it. I got to the point where I figured out what I was going to be making for that, but to make it life-size, I would be able to fit in it. Because go look up the size of a Aquamaton, it's like 6 feet. So I did not make the Aquamaton though. I was starting to plan that out last fall, and then I had a bunch of stuff happen with just I just got busy. Basically, work was crazy. I was traveling a lot, so I never got started, and then I got laid off. And I'm going to be a little bit more responsible with my money and not necessarily build a puppeteered Aquamaton. But I did have plans to make a puppeteered Aquamaton. Okay, Iron Shadow Tongue, done. We could go to Ukavolo's barter for... Oh, wait, no. Gar's up in 6. We're going to Gar. Choose that vaguely general direction. Considering how small babyfish can get, yeah, I mean, I could have made it a small one. I would have made it the size that you would see in the aquarium. Hi, friend. Did you move? Yeah, they moved. Someone killed you. Sorry about that. Also, my game hates foliage. Or my computer just hates foliage. Mippa, thank you for that follow. Just a reminder to everyone again, on Thursday I will be hosting another Learn to Big Fish fish train. That'll probably be starting around the same time as stream today, around 6:30, and we'll go for like 3 hours or something. So if you are watching me big fish and you're like, man, I want to do that, you can. And you can learn how to do that on Thursday. that's right. Couldn't remember what checkered cichlids were. Excited for the die squish. Oh, the die squish will be great. I think they could do that with baits. I think they could do that with vendor. They could do that with vendor baits would be one tier. Low tier script would be another. High tier script would be the third. The issue is crafted bait. I could see them just maybe not doing that with bait. But I think bait could see a squish like that, and I think that that might be like the only solution that I've ever heard that I would be okay with the bait squish. See, so here's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, they just give us a separate inventory like they do with like the Mahjong and the logo grams and stuff like that. They've already said that they're not going to do that because they would rather give everybody general inventory space than just niche inventory space for something like why would they devote devote server space and stuff to fishing when not a lot of people fish? Fishing is more visible now, but not as many more people are fishing. Make all the worms the same. We already have that problem right now. Everything's red maggots. Just everything's red maggots. Yeah, you could do it by type as well. You could do it by expansion. You could do it by what else? I think they could squish it using the new system. I think it would also be interesting as they could start introducing new ways of unlocking bait as well. Oh, cool. Speaking of script. So like I think that you just have they have opportunities for that. I would love to see how they would do that if they choose to. Yeah, the ARR baits do need to get kind of squished down a little bit. I think they should say, here's all the baits we use, and then all of the big fish should be using those baits, not just, like one or two types. Okay, sorry, I was distracted because someone shared a Mahjong in Discord. Great Guard's about to open. Great Guard, please, I don't want to come back. Great Guard is probably one of the kindest 7.4 fish. Heirloom Gold Grouper has a higher average downtime than Cinder Surprise and Bob Goblin Bass and Datniotes. Unity Pain is just Jardina Fish too, and we appreciate him for that. Datniotes has a very long downtime. It's basically Bob 2. Shuckfin is Shy. And Purse of Riches is Purse of Riches. That's a Gar. Could be a Gar. Not a great Gar, though. Okay. Dawn Trail Big Fish, I think... If you started fishing an Endwalker, you're going to be surprised by the Dawn Trail fish because the Endwalker big fish were relative softies until the very end with Thirdina and then the legendaries. The power curve on that one was pretty much a straight line, one blip for Cosmic Haze and then straight back down. And then straight line again until Thirdina fish into the legendary fish. And then those were actually interesting. So it's basically like a hockey stick. The Dawn Trail fish have been much more steady. They've been pretty steady along the way. Which is, in my opinion, better. There has been at least one or two, what I would just say, good fish. This, like, each expansion. Or each patch. So like in 7.1 it was Stardust Sleeper is pretty good. Moon Gripper is kind of fun too. But Stardust Sleeper was pretty good. In 7.2 you had Deep Canopy, Harlequin Queen, Muttering Matamata were all very good. Takatoa might be one of the best fish in the entire expansion so far. In 7.3, you get Lottle in Waiting, Sprouting Perch, Giga Giant Snakehead, Azure Diver, those are all good fish. And then in 7.4, it's like the entirety of all of those fish are good. So, like, we've had some really good fish in 7.4. Or in 7.0. Hello, Great Gar. Stay with me. That's fine. The one thing, though, that I will say that I don't like, and what I would like to see in 8.0 is a little bit more variety in the layout of the fishing holes. Especially now with the lures. If you look at the, like the layout of how the fish are, it's usually like 2 modest lure fish, 2 ambitious lure fish, and then you can just slap one and get the other. So that's why, like, getting checkered cichlid is really easy. Not a ton of fishing holes have that, like Punity Pain did. Punity Pain is probably the first fish that actually had an interesting fishing hole. I would like to see just a few more of those. That's kind of the just like a little bit more thought into the design of the fishing holes, I think would be good going into 8.0. I would add that at the start of the video, I will probably even say none of this is meant to be like a do this Square Enix. This is purely just here's my feedback on what I want to do. I don't want to be telling Square Enix what to do because I am fairly confident that they have already done a good chunk of what they're planning to do for fishing. I hope. Why does it look like the Death Star on that right screen? We're watching the, like I said earlier, my wife has the NASA cast on, and they're in a control room. I don't know. Oh, it's Mission Control Center. And on one side of the screen, they have like images from the moon, like a map of the lunar surface. Cool. Then a blank black screen in the middle, and then on the right screen, there's just a very foreboding black orb, like grayish orb with a line through the middle of it, and it looks like the Death Star. Like, that's no moon. Who knows what they're doing? Orb. I should set up some. I need to set up some of those sound bites. I want to get some high redeems of just the fish noises. Oh wait, we are done. Oh darn, we had one great garbite. I was so distracted by the Death Star. No, I did not use Fish Eyes, because Fish Eyes does not work in Dawn Trail. I was just so focused on the fact that the Death Star was in NASA. It looked like it was up in NASA Mission Control. Oh. They're currently looking out the window. Like, genuinely, they're like, oh, those objects you see in space, those are probably planets. Okay. Did I get Pixel Loach yet? I did not. Do we want to do Pixel Loach, or do we want to go do another Mahjong game? I'm kind of feeling Mahjong, because Pixel Loach, not the most exciting of fish. Alright, let's go back to main. If you don't understand how Mahjong works, congratulations, you understand how Mahjong works. There's a lot with Mahjong. The main thing with Mahjong is if you've played games like Rummy or like, say, poker, you kind of have a rough concept of what it is you need to do. You need to build out, you're dealt 13 tiles, and you need to make a set, what's the word? You need to make a set of like threes, and you do that 4 times, and then your 5th one is a pair. So you have like 3, 3, 3 of the same suit, or a 4, 5, 6 of the same suit. And that's basically the goal, is you just put that together. Alright, is my portrait going to work here? Did my portrait break? No, it's fine now. Yeah, it is sort of like Jin Rummy. I've been standing for... I will be right back. Ow. Yeah, it makes sense, and then it doesn't make sense, and that's fine. Just do some quicks. Because Mahjong is very much a, hey, how do we learn this? We learn it by doing. You have to, you kind of get told some rules, and then you have to go and experience it. It's very much like a mixed learning type of game. This person does ultimates. Fear. Someone just said fear. Oh, that's a good start. Oh, that's a really nice start. Scoring, I don't know, but I also have an app that tells me my scoring. Yep, you can get them online as well. You can just kind of like be like, give me a Ricci. You're looking specifically for Ricci, R-I-I-C-H-I. You want Ricci Mahjong cheat sheet, and that'll give you everything you need for like the hands that you can make. So the hands are called Yaku, and so having all of a triplet of a dragon is a Yaku, and in order to call a winning hand, you actually have to have one of those Yaku. And so that's why like I called this one. Now I have a winning hand. I can now call that I have a winning hand once I've gotten to that point. That's definitely a little confusing, so don't fret on that one too much. Fine, we'll go for a half flush. Because that's a 2, 3, 4, a 5, 6, 7. I need like a 6. And then it's a 6-4 weight. Yes. And then knowing the difference between an open and a closed hand is useful. My hand is open because I have called something and put it off to the side from somebody else. That is called opening my hand. If I just drew this and put it in the middle, it is done. Is Whale back up soon? Oh, it's like what? It's up tonight, isn't it? In just a few hours, no? Yeah, 2 hours. Cool. Congratulations. Okay, so now I have to figure out what I have here. I definitely think it's going to be a 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Drop it. I need like a 5 or an 8, I think. Or a 6.
How will the challenger recover from this, I wonder?
I am seeing a lot of new names here, though, playing it this week. Oh, this is a dangerous tile. Yes, it is. I'll give it away. Yeah, I need an 8, I think. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. Chi that, drop that. We're waiting on a 5, 8. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. Cool. Because we have a 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, no, a 3 would have done it too, because that's a pair.
There it is. The hand
I think I put myself into a
decided.
3-sided weight by accident. I did, because it's a 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
You certainly made your mark this round. Keep it up.
Also, sneaking mission, if I didn't say welcome, then thank you for the follow. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Goodbye. The only reason I'm keeping that 9 is because I have a 3, 4, 5 already, so that 7 would have been floating. But I can, if I get an 8, that could be something. Drop the 1. We can keep that 4-6. Yeah, I have five melts here. So when I say 5 melts, you might hear me occasionally just muttering like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I'm looking for is the 5 parts of my basic hand. So a 4, 5, 6 would be 1, so I'm waiting for 1 tile there. 3, 4, 5 is another. 7, 8, 9 is another. This pair of 2s is 1, and then this 4, 5 would be the 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3, and then 1 pair. So this 1 dot, or 1 Namazu, and then this east wind, I can just get rid of those whenever I feel like it. This east wind I either need to get rid of very, very soon, like next hand, or I wait and hold on to it until somebody else discards it, then I know it's safe. It's probably better for me to just get rid of it now. I just happened to look at the front page of Final Fantasy XIV on Twitch right now, and it is quite like quite literally, it is just like raid, ultimate, story, raid, ultimate story, raid, ultimate story, Mahjong. So, how's my RAM looking? Fine. I could start calling open hands now if I need it. I didn't need it for those last ones. What I'm going to be looking for is a 3 or a 6 bamboo. Because what I'll get is discard that. That's precisely what I need. So now I need a 3 or 6. Now, you saw Ricci pop up. Ricci is basically me saying I am so confident in my hand that I am going to bet 1,000 points that I will win, and I will only discard tiles until either I draw the tile I need or somebody discards the tile that I need. So it's like you lock in your hand. I didn't lock in my hand because I already had a winning Yaku, which is one of those hands that you need. How do I deal with this? That I decided, I'm not going to call Ricci. I don't have to. If I did, it would have been worth 2 more Hans, so I would have gotten a few more points out of that. But there's reasons to Ricci and not Ricci. I typically don't call Ricci unless I'm like super confident in the hand, or I really, really need to get up from my computer and just go do something else. Made edible Mahjong tiles? You can get edible Mahjong tiles. They, unironically, I have found Jello molds, like gummy candy molds for edible tiles. And I have found cookies. I even got a cookie, like a Mahjong tile cookie from Gateway Fate. Yes, Ricci can be a little bit dangerous, especially if you don't know what you're waiting for either. If I have a Yaku, like if I already have a winning hand condition, I might not click. I might not hit Ricci if I'm only waiting on 1 tile and there's only 2 more of those tiles left. I might wait and just sit it out and see what happens. So right now I'm trying to change up these 5 tiles into something useful, because this will end up being 2. This is my 3rd set, and so these need to be 2 more melds. Melds being like a set of 3 or 2. They're talking about like structures now on the NASA stream. There's like one left, but a east wind is gonna be more useful than a south wind. Yeah, it's bad to click. But there are like rules when you should click it versus when you're not. Like if I'm calling Ricci on my first row of discards, I'm more likely to do it because even if I'm waiting on one tile, I still have another 40 plus tiles that it could be. So I have a pretty good chance of getting it. I might not call Ricci even if I'm very confident in my hand because I don't want the other players to know that I have it. As soon as I call Ricci, I basically put a spotlight on me. And everyone goes, oh, I don't want to deal with what he's dealing. I don't want to deal into him. Let me, look at what he's discarded and try and figure out what it is that he needs. So I'm not going to do that, and they won't. And so you have to be very, very, very careful. I'm still going to hold on here just in case. It's the weights that I'm talking about. So like, if I get that last east wind, because there's
How will
only
the challenger recover from this?
one
I
left.
wonder.
If I get the last east wind, which I'm not going to keep anymore, because I have this 5 dot. Red 5 shoots. That's it. It would be a 3-sided weight because I'm waiting for 3 different tiles. So there's different types of weights. So I have a 3-sided weight. Oh, well, this is going to be bizarre. Sure. You don't need a 5. I don't want to get rid of that 5, but also I need to get rid of that 5. What am I waiting on? Oh, a 1 or a 3. Okay. If I can get like a 1 or a 3, of which there are 2 1s and 1 3 left, so it'll likely be a 1. If I can get one of those drawn, and this is all. If I haven't completed this meld yet, or this set yet, this will be a 3-sided weight. There is terms, I just don't know what they are, like, specifically. I just call them the weights. Because I know there's open, closed, edge, weights. Conversely, if I get a 2, I can drop one of these 2 tiles and be fine. Because that is a Tankoi, I think it is, or Tenokoi. Now, I really want to get something to finish my hand here, so if I see a 3 or a 1 discard, I'm going to call Ricci.
This could be a real game changer.
Discard that 3-sided weight. Okay. So I had to call Ricci there because I didn't have a Yaku. I didn't have any of the special winning conditions. What I was trying to do was get my hand into a state where it was 1 tile away, my drawn tile. Away from what I needed.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
So that I could actually have a chance to get some points out of the draw.
Our challenger
That obviously
is
didn't
down,
because I drew the
but
7
not
there.
out.
Which is unfortunate, but sometimes that's just how it happens. Triplets of 4, 5, 6 is a good starting hand. That 9 can go, and that 2 can go. Get rid of the 9 first. So now we're in. Now we have a hand called Tanyo, or all simples in English. Basically, it means that I have no honor tiles, which are like the winds and the dragons. And it means that I have no terminals as well, so 1s and 9s. But everything else is a valid melt. So we have a 4, 5, 6, a pair of 2s, 5, 6, 7, 4. That's a one-sided weight. I'm in Tanyo. I don't need to call Ricci, especially right now on a one-sided weight. It's still a little too early. Then again, it is a 6 that I need. Four, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. What do I need? A 2 or a 4? If I get a 2 or a 4, I discard the 7. Go for a mixed triple chai. Run 4. So I'm gonna hold on to this because I don't need to. I'm already in a hand that's ready and waiting. It's waiting, excuse me, for a 1 more tile to complete it, and that is the 6 of bamboo. But I'm not calling Ricci just yet because it's still early in the game. And if I get a 2 or a 4, or if anyone discards either of those, I can call pawn and discard the 7. Except now I can't. But this is a better weight to be in because now it's a 3, 4, 5. Basically, if I got a 6 bamboo, I could have an extra set of points because I'd have a 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, a 4, 5, 6 of each suit. Yeah, a mixed triple chai does sound like an order from. That is a very bright picture of something. From. Like Starbucks. I feel really bad for Artemis. I have called Ron on them 3 times, 2 or 3 times.
Letting them think they stand a chance. I like it.
What do I have to work with here? Not much. Eastwind can stay. That 9 can go. Six, 7. I have a lot of things that I can work with here. Hey, I'd take a Yakima. I mean, they're also only at like 7.6k right now on East 3, which is not a great place to be. Drop that. I think if I have to break any... See, this is not great because I have an edge. You know, 1, 2. That 3, 5 I can turn into something if I get a 2 or a 6. This 1, 2, if I get a 4, I can drop the 1 and start crawling my way into something good. That 8. I'll drop the Eastwind for that. But this is kind of like weird because part of the thing is you want to make sure that you can build... You want to put your tiles in a way that you're maximizing the amount of chances you have to complete these sets, like the 3, 4, 5. A 3, 5 waiting for a 4 isn't great because I'm only waiting for all 4. But if it was a 4, 5, I'd be waiting for a 3 or a 6, and that's really good. Drop the 2, so now I have a 2, 3, 4. Drop the 9 if I get a 5. Wait on the 9, 8 for that. Can't call that because I don't have a Yaku, so I would have to get rid of all those 9s would probably be the quickest way. Don't need to call that. That. Now I am kind of giving away the fact because I just keep discarding tiles. Seraphina, maybe Artemis might notice. I'm discarding tiles that I might be, almost like I might be waiting, especially because I haven't called Ricci on like any of my hands so far. Almost all of my hands, not completely all of them. I do this, wait on a 3. I can get a pure double sequence, which is a Yaku, and then I can start opening my hand. No, I can't. I cannot open my hand. But even if I can draw a 3. Well, if I draw a 2, great. If I draw a 3, perfect.
The scoundrel.
If Seraphina calls Ron, we're done. Not a problem anymore. They are coming very close to me, though. Yuck. This is another rough hand to work with. We could go for all simples again, but we have 4 tiles to get rid of. I really like the Ravana theme. Now, a south wind is good. This 1 bamboo I don't need, because if I got a 1, so I had the 1 and the 3 and the 4. If I got a 2, 3, 4 is going to be way more valuable to me, because I can start pushing for all simples, like we had done before, where I don't have any of these wins. The reason I'm holding on to these wins is that if I draw 1, they can give me a Yaku off of a call. In this particular case, there's only 1 east wind, so I don't really care about it anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it. I have 3 pairs, which is not great, but if I go for all pawn, it is fine, because I can just discard that. And now I'm basically just waiting for a 6 character, a 7, a 2, or a 5 of bamboo. I'm waiting for 4 tiles right now. All of those would let me get into Genpai.
From this, I wonder.
That is not one of those tiles. That is one of those tiles. This is going to be a dangerous discard, but it's early enough, and they had discarded that 3. I felt a little bit more confident that they didn't need it. Same with I don't think they needed it, but these 2 probably didn't either. Now we're in East 4. My ultimate goal here is to win the hand.
Horror! It was too painful to watch.
That boots us out of... Yeah, it's definitely booting us out of first place, so we're going to be in second.
Even I felt
That's a
that
really,
but
really good hand
challenger
with 3
still
field pawn.
standing.
That was good, though.
Commendable effort. You should be proud.
I'm sorry. But... I think that's all I have time for tonight. I could do another one, but I don't think it'll be done in 20 minutes. So, wow. Goodbye, everybody. I love seeing the gate. It's all active like this during monotones. Let's end on a really nice, ending there of coming in second and not losing rank. It puts us at... What are we at? 1697. So we're basically at where we started the night. And we got a Yakuman, so call that a win for the night. See how many people actually make it. They're only on the three pillar phase here. Don't get greedy. watch this from up top. I love how there's so many people. So much fun. I love it when I love Mahjongs in the Gold Saucer because there's just so many people here. I bet you it's under this one. This one's safe. That one is safe. This one is dangerous. This is the bad one. It's my bet. Nope. Hey. It was that one. Alright, so this is the final stage. If you can survive all of these, you win. These guys are good. I really like the slices, right? This is one of my favorites. Yeah. I wonder what the new multiplayer or what the new game mode's gonna be. Because didn't they say that we're getting one? Did I remember that correctly? Stay right here, guys. Yeah. Cool. All those winners. If it's Blitzball for some odd reason, they have officially declared that 7.5 will be the best patch of all of Dawntrail. Yeah, I really like what they've been doing with that, and I'm hoping that they use that tech for the Gold Saucer, because they could just do a lot of really small mini games with that. Blitzballer is the new Fizz range job. That would be wild. Just the fantasy of that, of the Blitzballers I'm just tired of blitzballing that I'm going to start hitting people with it. They have said that they have tried doing blitzball, but they can't get three-dimensional play working well in a multiplayer setting, which is incredibly valid. Underwater combat, underwater movement is a long-standing issue. Oh yeah, we'll have to see what t-shirt Yoshi's wearing at the live letter on Friday. Doc, thank you for the resubscription. Hi. Shouldn't you be in bed? Yeah, next gate's not for another 13 minutes. I did my cackbot already, right? I didn't do my scratch offs. I gotta go do my scratchers. Do that really quick. Yeah, Guild Wars had underwater combat. That was pretty rough. I've also been watching Artemis on our big TV screen right now. Do we know if the toilet's working again on Artemis? So many people. It's great. There was the Monster Hunter Tri underwater combat. I can confidently say was crap. We go. When I first started playing this game, I looked up. This was like probably 10 years ago at this point. I was looking up, what is the most optimal way to go for the mini cackpot, and it was this Y formation, and I have been doing this for nearly a decade, I think, and it has never failed me. You don't need a plugin for it. You just make a Y shape in one of the directions, and then you pick the column that you want. How many triple triad cards on me? No, but we will go quickly do the triple triad guy over here. Malevolent Weasel. Yes, that was in fact three magic buckets. That was from a week ago, last Saturday. Malevolent Weasel is a great name, though. Can we please appreciate Malevolent Weasel? I will occasionally take jabs at this guy whenever I'm in the gold saucer, and I have not done well at all because he is just crazy annoying. That's 14, that's 10, that's 17, that's 9. None of this is good, but it will win me 2 tiles, 2 cards. And we'll draw. Chaos is also very annoying. Not you, Chaos, if you're still listening. Us first, but I have to open with Endsinger. We'll go with you. It is a fishing deck. It's an incomplete fishing deck. I started it like a few years ago and I haven't finished it yet. 13, 9, 13, 16. You there probably. Yeah, my fishing deck is not great. Because it's Noctis, Cognazio, who I'll replace with, I think, Octomammoth, Kraken, Falth, who I'll switch out, and Porogo. I think I might have some more better fishing. Go me. I think I have some slightly better fishing cards now. Do I have a Leviathan card? I say as Leviathan is playing. That's the other thing I need to finish doing is Leviathan, or not Leviathan. What are you, 189? I think Cognazio is still a better card than Bismarck. I need to finish my triple triad cards. I need more better fishing, yes. Leone. Can I make you a little bigger, please? So I can actually see with my old eyes. My old mid-30s eyes. I'm not going to do the next boat. I'm going to wrap up here in a second. Round Rocks, Archangel It. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to this. I kind of want to host a triple triad tournament at some point. I think it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I'm also playing on like a 27-inch, 24-inch monitor right now. It's 1440p, so like all of my windows are all scaled up to relatively big, because if I don't, they're like that big. And that's just a little bit too small for me. Oh wait, that's a little too big. So I don't have Leviathan. I do have Kraken. I'll have to look at this some more. I know I need to run the Aether Font more to get the Octomammoth card, because I don't have that one yet. I could do an all-fish card. Hold on, I'm writing that down. Please hold. Projects. That'll be a late Dawn Trail thing. 7.56. you start... We'll probably start planning that in June. My notion is mess. There we go. The Fisher's Frolic. That's really good. Yeah, well, the thing is, now you have it in your log. People who buy it don't. What? Did you just yell? That is very low. Dude, you've been scratching this for years. Like, look at that. It's all just rubbed out and... Well, that phrasing. All just not... That's just a mess, man. And your friend here is trying to tell you that you gotta stop. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. You're just doing your things. You're drunk. See, everyone thinks of the gold saucer as like... It's the casino of Final Fantasy. And in... The one here just makes me think of like Chuck E. Cheese with the carpets and like the Sabbath tenders walking around. Like I'm like just waiting for like 5 nights at the Gold Saucer. Though actually no. Last thing that I need to do before I log off is I need to go to the Mahjong guys. Yeah, Godbird has a very specific taste and it's gold. Maybe we'll just do a gold saucer night. That would be kind of fun. I like the gold saucer. How many do I have? 31. There's a bunch of tomes that I need still. I know I need the diamond weapon. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy that really quick. I need Hopple's Dropple. Buying the cheap ones really quick before I forget. Somehow don't have a wind-up succubus. How do you get a wind-up succubus? What are you from? Allied Seals. I'm pretty close to that one. The maps I will eventually build up. Oh, wait, no, I do want these. Hold on. I love the Pagalithan set. The fact that it's not dyeable, though, isn't great, but let me see what else I need here. Magic Bucket, we got. Wind Up Pixel, we got. Let's grab... Oh, you know what? We do need to do maps, so let me grab one of those, because I can do that with my friend. Yes, we can do that. Because those are fun and stackable. Alright, my inventory is a mess again. Disregard the fact that I have 3 magic buckets still. Also, this brings our final Mora count up to... that many. I'm good on the things. I'm not so into tracking everything. I just kind of grab them when I can because stuff that I don't need to do. Celery sticks, yeah. Oh, wonderful. Pro tip, if you want me to buy your Moras, put them under 5,000. Put them under 5,000 gil. You're all done. Cool, now we have 15 more. I think that's it. I think I'm good. Yeah, this will get all cleaned up once Mog Tomes are done. No, those Nova clusters can get tossed into the retainer. Rhubarb. Don't worry about it. Anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching. I'll see you on Thursday. My name is Fruity Snacks, and if you like fishing content in Final Fantasy XIV, or even some of those like little weird niche things like Mahjong, I'm your guy. You can follow me on YouTube, Blue Sky, Twitter, and Twitch. Thank you, everyone, for watching. My channel theme is done by Atelier Bubble Tea. Their website is still down and will be fixed soon. And my emotes and PFP are done by Fox Snyder. If you liked what you see, if you like the emotes, please consider subscribing or following or whatever it is, or memberships. I don't know. It's whatever it is on the platform. It's very appreciated, but it is absolutely never expected or necessary. Anyways, I will be back again on Thursday. We will be on Halicarnassus for a Learn to Big Fish fish train. I'll have the schedule for that out in the next couple of days, Wednesday afternoon at the latest. So if you'd like to come do a fish train, that'll be on Thursday. But until then, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. There will be a guide, I think, on Darkstar tomorrow. I have to write up the text guide really quick, but we will have a Darkstar guide out tomorrow and another guide out on, what did I say, Friday? Something like that. And there should be a Fruity Ramble out on Wednesday if I can get a quiet enough time between work going on in apartments around me tomorrow to record it.